At this point, the cops really need to do something about Rick's underage sidekicks, because let me tell you, Summer Snippet is not your typical 17-year-old. Summer, I've always loved you! Yep. She's got a list of offenses long enough to make her intergalactic criminal grandfather proud, and I'm about to tell you all of it. Grave robbing is somehow the tamest thing on this list, and it wasn't just any old grave either, it was her own grandfather's. Well, technically one of the many infinite versions of him, but still. In the episode The Rick Shank Redemption, Rick gets himself arrested by the Galactic Federation, and they take over the Earth, leaving everyone, especially Summer, pretty miserable. What are you doing? Grandpa Rick must have some secret lab, right? With like laser guns and jetpacks and a space tank, and we could go break him out of prison. Look at these dead flies. Maybe if we arrange them in a certain order, it plays a hologram, or it opens a secret door. Summer, you're freaking me out. I know things have changed a lot, and I know you miss Rick, but getting him back wouldn't make things better. And, you know, we're not doing so bad. We're miserable, Morty. There's a mandatory curfew. Their weird calendar made me 47, and they weaponized the Eiffel Tower. So what's a girl to do when she misses her portal gun-wielding grandpa? Why, dig up his alternate dead self from the backyard and then fight about it, of course. Summer, nobody has to know about that. We could put it right back and pretend we never saw it. Like we did with Dad's mannequin leg. Fine, stay here. I'll rescue Grandpa myself. And how are you gonna do that? I don't know yet. I'll make it up as I go. That's what Grandpa Rick does. That's what heroes do. You wanna see what a hero Rick is? I'll bring you somewhere, Summer. My goodness, children.
Which the illegal technology to the Beerus Federation representative?
And sure, the grave is technically on their property, but that doesn't make it any less illegal. Oh, God. Oh, God. Summer's looking at 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. But let's be real. How do you even file that police report? Yes, officer, she dug up her grandfather's body. No, not that grandfather. Just a different version that also hops dimensions. And remember, folks, Summer's just getting warmed up. You know that moment when your parents leave you home alone and you immediately start planning the world's greatest house party? Well, Summer takes that teenage rite of passage, and pretty soon, things become chaotic. It all starts with Beth and Jerry deciding to leave Rick in charge. Rookie mistake. Let's lose the tude, please. It's supposed to be romantic. Speaking of disasters, Dad, we are leaving you in charge. I know. Can we wrap this up? Morty and I have some synthetic laser eels oxidizing in the garage. Hey, don't blow me off. I am drawing a line, okay? Any damage to this house for these children when we get back, and no more adventures with Morty. Oh, geez, Rick, if my mom's the one who's saying it, then you know it's pretty serious this time. That's right. Wait, what? Listen, you have my word as a caregiver. Summer, being the model teenager she is, immediately does exactly what her mom said not to do. Well, we're past the point of no return. I'm gonna have a party. But this isn't your average red cups and loud music high school party. When Rick decides to help, the guest list suddenly includes every creature this side of the central finite curve. The beacon was activated. Who is in danger? Grandpa! Bird person! I am pleased there is no emergency. Oh, there's an emergency, all right. A pussy emergency. When's the last time you got laid, Purse? It has been a challenging mating season for bird person. Then it's time to get your beak wet tonight, playa. Go have some fun out there, bird person. Oh man, how many people did you invite, Rick? People? 6? Yo, what up, my glip glop? Things turned from small get-together to intergalactic rager real quick. And guess who's left to pick up after everyone? Hello? Oh, and you know there's a garbage, right? Hey, what the hell? Ooh, that's why you never invite a foopy-doop and a schmoopy-doop to the same party. It's a pretty rough night, but things start to look up for Morty when Jessica shows up. He's just about to finally confess his feelings for her when he bumps into someone squanching in the closet, and things go haywire. Oh my God! I'm squanching in here! Oh, that is so disgusting! Ow! Oh crap! Okay, the whole house and everyone in it has been transported to a strange, very dangerous planet. But that's not gonna stop the party, though.
Just like that.
Poor Morty does eventually manage to shut down the interdimensional kegger and get Rick to bring the house back. But by then, the place looks like a Cronenberg monster had a boxing match with the furniture. Next time I party, I'm just gonna focus on getting totally wrecked. You're so wise. Yeah, I don't know. Now, this level of property destruction is already second-degree malicious mischief, but it's not over yet. Rick has a brilliant solution to buy them some time. All right, that should do it. Ooh, what did you do? I don't know, see for yourself. Wow. Yeah, everything's frozen in time. Yeah, and Slow Mobius thinks he's all that. So time stops. The house is still a wreck, though. So they now have to fix everything. And this is where Summer really lets her criminal flag fly. First, she helps turn her frozen parents into Halloween decorations. Then decides to pants some random frozen civilians because nothing says responsible time freezing like public humiliation. Not content with just embarrassing the frozen populace, though, Summer graduates to straight-up theft. Let's tally up her crime, shall we? We've got malicious mischief for that insane amount of property damage. That's 5 years and 10K. Then there's pantsing at least 2 people, which is illegal and counts as battery, if you didn't know. That's another 2 years and 5K in fines. And finally, the third-degree theft. Add another year and a $5,000 fine. So a grand total of 8 years and $20,000. All this because Summer couldn't throw a normal house party like every other teenager. You know how some teenagers sneak a beer or two and nobody's looking? Or if they're really bad, experiment with drugs at a party? Well, Summer takes underage drinking to literally astronomical levels by getting wasted across multiple doomed planets. When Summer gets dumped, again, Rick decides to take her on the least ethical bar crawl imaginable. Rick's got something up his sleeve that's so ridiculous that it's gonna make you forget all about that stupid asshole that dumped you. Hey, in my 8 play, Morglutz, Slardivart, and Furcus 9. 3 planets are all ending in a delayed succession of cataclysmic events. A jam like this comes around only once in a lifetime. Morglutz's sun is going supernova, Slardivart is falling into a black hole, and Furcus 9 is getting deep impacted by an asteroid. They're all having a major final blowout, and I'm gonna drug it up and suck it up before each one goes kablamo, and I'm taking my favorite grandkid along with me. Oh, she's down. Down a clown, that is. Check this out, this is gonna be at the party. Oh, is that another... Don't mind if I... Oh, this will be me across the room. Cue the partying, dancing, and exchanging of strange alien bodily fluids. By the time they hit the second planet, you know, the one about to be eaten by a black hole, Summer's already on a different plane of existence. She's invented new ways of getting wasted as fast as humanly or inhumanly as possible. Hey, a bunch of us are going over to Hibbler's place to shoot ourselves. You want to come with? Sorry, but no man's tying down 7-7 tonight. Hit the decks. Oh, Lords, honey, you could have had all this. But hey, check it, this looks pretty bad. But guess what? It's not even the most wasted she's ever been. Oh no, that happened in the episode of Child Rick of Mort, when Summer and Morty find an abandoned alien spaceship. Damn, you think they got infected by a mind slug or something? Probably drove through a nebula that made them see their own fears. Summer just stumbles upon some weird alien liquids and decides, you know what? I'm gonna huff this. This looks just like Trisha's bong. Morty, I think these tubes might contain all of their collective knowledge. Well, I think we got this, bro. They try to fly the spaceship, but Morty has no idea what any of the controls say, and, well, Summer isn't exactly in the right state of mind to be making any sort of decision whatsoever. That last one should be the start button. Perfect. I guess we're ready. Let's show Mom and Dad what video games and partying are all about. Jesus Christ, was that their wings?
It's not like a video game. Well, it's not like a video game. How do I make it so I don't know it?
So what did we learn? Don't try to fly a random crashed spaceship, and don't consume copious amounts of alien snot. Isn't that right, Storm? Jed, did we talk? I don't ever want to be high again. I got scared straight. Oh my god, I got scared straight. Yeah, at least she's scared straight. Doesn't mean she won't be facing any consequences, though. We got underage drinking, that's a year and $5,000. 2 counts of public intoxication, 2 months in jail and $2,000. And I don't know what drugs she was on, but they sure weren't legal. That's another year in prison and a fine of $1,000 for drug possession. And finally, we've got reckless behavior under the influence. That right there is 10 years in prison. So in total for all this, she's looking at about 12 years in prison and a fine of $8,000. Maybe she'll think twice next time before partying too hard. I think it's pretty clear by now that Summer has the capacity to get in some serious mischief, but by far, one of the worst things that she's ever done is contributing to the genocide of an entire species. It all started with Summer getting abandoned on an alien planet full of facehuggers, and of course, the culprits aren't exactly going to come clean about it. And how Summer, did she have fun too? Summer, what? There? You saw us tour the... Yes, of course. Then now she's sleepy. She's really sleepy. But instead of dying horribly, Summer becomes worshipped as their new queen, takes over the entire planet, and rapidly advances their society. When Rick and Morty return to rescue her, they're in for a bit of a surprise. Sum, come with us if you want to live. At a lower sky, I guess. God damn. Empress, is everything okay? Seize them. Betrayal! Though not entirely undeserved, they did forget her after all, and now they get to spend some time in prison. Whoa, buddy. Hey, not be... Give me that. Leave us. What left me here? Okay, maybe not betrayal. It was all part of the plan. Summer's a little pissed, but she's ready to hatch an escape plan. And boy, what a plan they come up with. The punishment is death. Biting into their car. Dumb as it sounds, it actually works. For like 3 seconds until the aliens figure out it's all a trick. And to make sure the sentence is passed, I shall be joined in the car. And we shall drive. Oh, and die. Okay. Spoiler alert, they don't take kindly to their leader trying to ditch them. Be the whiny guy you never want to hear from. She's tribally, my time to shine. Execute. But here's where things go from problematic leadership to full-blown genocide. They remember that Morty's harmonica playing makes the aliens explode. Or, well, technically lay an egg and die. Jesus, Morty, stop playing. Morty, I got this. And instead of, just leaving, they decide to turn this discovery into the universe's most lethal concert. Rick blasts the harmonica music through speakers, essentially wiping out the evolved alien species. This is what we get for you. See, sorry. I'm sorry. Why would you think that? I had a giant tower that low as he. I know. Should we help? Got it going. Okay, we're gonna hit the roof. Go. You told us to go. Once again, I'm so sorry. It was too boo. We hate you the most. Get out. I can't help but feel like there was a more diplomatic way to handle this. Now, there aren't exactly specific laws about alien genocide. Shocking, I know. But regular genocide, well, there's plenty. Considering how Summer merely contributed to it, she's looking at 20 years in prison and a massive fine of $1 million. Summer's love life is tumultuous, to say the least. Always chasing a boy she can never have. So when she gets the ability to turn invisible and Starmort Return of the Jerry, let's just say she gives in to her intrusive thoughts. A lot. Why should I let you use it? You never let me use it. Can I have the belt? It would really piss off Morty. Fantastic idea. What the hell? You jerk. Give it. Share the invisibility. Jerry, this looks like a job for Mr. Nibbles. Let me just glue one more eye on. I'm gonna kill you. So what does she do with her newfound invisibility powers? Why, stalk a hot boy, of course. To catch a predator. What the hell? Thermal goggles. Okay, mildly disturbing. Really, she's not gonna get caught, right? What are you doing in my house? Did I wander that far from my console? They should put a warning on these things. See, if that was me, I would just spontaneously combust right in there. In fact, I think I will. Okay, so little Miss Stalker here is looking at 20 years in prison for breaking and entering, and another 5 for stalking. That's 25 years in prison because Summer couldn't talk to a boy like a normal person. Which, isn't that strange? Like, the amount of time in prison you serve for stalking is roughly the same as genocide. Just want to point that out. Anyway, okay, so Summer might brutally kill some aliens now and again. Big whoop, am I right? But aliens aren't humans. Summer isn't so bad as she tried to murder them, right? or much less her own family. You know where I'm going with this. We see just how crazy she can get in the episode Get Swifty. It all starts with the giant alien head descending on Earth with one simple request. Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Did I say simple? I meant incredibly vague. I get the two confused a lot. I apologize. Society starts to unravel way too quickly, to be honest, and it's already got Summer asking some very important questions. Is it God? If it's God, do we get out of school? It's not God, Summer. She's allowed to think it's God if she wants, honey. Shut up, Jerry. When Rick is falling off at the Pentagon working with the president to fix the problem, everyone else is rightfully freaking out. I mean, there's a giant head in the sky messing with the weather. Who can really blame them? However, what was supposed to be a desperate prayer session at the local church turned very dumb very quickly. The old gods are dead. All previous existing religions all hail the one true God, the giant head in the sky. They're all Bob, I get it. But unless this can beat that, what have you done for me lately? Okay, so he abandons his old faith. So what's his next rational decision? So if you'll all excuse me, I'm going out onto the sidewalk, I'm dropping to my knees and pledging my eternal soul to the thing that literally controls the weather. Now here's where things get really stupid. While Principal Vagina's out praying to the giant head, Rick and Morty decide to get swifty and put on a performance the head actually likes, showing the giant alien what they've got. It leads to this ridiculous coincidence. I like what you got. Good job. Yeah. What do you know? He was doing it. Everyone thinks it was the principal's prayer that did it. Everyone, including Summer. So when the head transports Earth to meet the rest of its kind, that kind of just cements their faith, doesn't it? The head has left and sent its children. Holy crap! Oh dear giant head. We apologize for that discussion. It will never happen again. Not to say, oh dear giant head. And just like that, we've got a cult in our hands. You're probably thinking, nah, not so bad. Well, what's a harmless prayer to a giant, super powerful space head? Nothing, actually. The problem isn't the prayer. Oh, no. It's the human sacrifices. We hereby send these unwantable skyward that they might be inhaled by the many heads, later to be sneezed back to us as better babies. Headward, free now to rise. Headward, free now to rise. Headward, free now to rise. Oh, yes, rise to the giant head. You are free to be free. A little, too enthusiastic there, Summer. Yeah, she hasn't just drunk the Kool-Aid, she's licked the bottom of the bowl clean. So proud of you, but obviously you don't have to make dinner every night. Of course I do, silly. Oh my God, Daddy, I was sorry I called you silly. I was so sorry. Heavenly heads and cranial creator, forgive my transgressions against family and community. May my chores complete me as I complete them. And as tragic as this is, Summer technically hasn't committed any crimes yet. Just a little bit of fun pulse stuff. Sentence I never thought I'd ever say in my life. Beth and Jerry aren't exactly stoked about the new Summer though, and for once, step up and really try to help her find her way in life. I'm sorry? We've been waiting 16 years for our daughter to respect us. But the key is, it has to be our daughter, not this person she's become. We'll take our chances, raising her without fancy new jobs, outside of a potato-based religion. They really tell the cult what's what. Yeah, I'm so proud of you guys. Surely this won't backfire at all. Please don't do this. Summer, listen carefully. I stole a paperclip and I have it in my cheek, but I don't know what to do with it, and it hurts. You're going to be okay. You will come back as babies. I am a baby. I'm a baby now. I always speak too soon. Sacrificed by your own daughter. Typical Tuesday, am I right, fellas? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. To be fair, she does eventually technically save their lives, thanks to Rick and Morty's pulling off a last-minute performance the heads love. Once again, the cult misreads the aliens' reaction. The head loves this. They love it when we talk to the Smith family. They do eventually find out that it was all a reality show and the heads were anything but deities. Did he just say musical reality show? Yeah, it's possible we may have been correlating some things that weren't actually related at all. Help! We should go get him. Boy, they must have so much egg on their faces. It'd be a lot cuter, too, if Summer hadn't tried to kill both of her parents. Even if she did try to save them, that right there is 2 counts of attempted murder. She's facing at least 40 years in prison for trying to flood her parents to the demise. Maybe she'll stick with a more conventional religion next time. Guys, we're only halfway there, and Summer's already got a jail sentence longer than a typical lifespan. She's looking at over 110 years in prison and massive fines of $1,038,110. And we haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. Yes, we've already talked about genocide, and I'm still saying we have not gotten to the good stuff yet. In the episode Solo Rick makes a mistake, and it's a big one. He returns everyone to their original dimensions and leaves Summer in charge of rescuing her entire family. Oh, nice, you guys are back. Whoa, Summer, 3 of us are one-way blind hopping. You gotta help us get back. There's a protocol for this in your chore server. File name Booger Abe. Every file is Booger Abe. I hate naming things. Just search for words like one-way blind hop, reset nav beacon. Why do I have a reality of horror? Go time to explain, Jerry. Counting on you, Summer. One-way blind hop beacon protocol. Here we go! Now, most teenagers might panic in the situation, but not our girl Summer. She just casually raids Rick's weapons cache and pulls out Wolverine claws. Like Rick pays me in things like Wolverine claws. Fun fact, possessing illegal weapons is a felony, and I'm pretty sure interdimensional murder claws aren't exactly on the approved weapons list, even if it is for a good cause. Like mothers, like daughter. Summer teams up with Beth and Space Beth for some quality family bonding time, and by quality family whatever the frick I just said, I mean slaying the hell out of some aliens. Oh tight little scavenger dudes. If they shoot at us, I'm allowed tech. Dude, this... Yeah. Space Mom, get in on this. Cool, Mom. Let's keep it moving. I don't have all day. I got it. I got it. I got it. Sorry. Sorry. I got it. Sorry. I was gonna do it. Ugh, terrestrials, am I right? When did she get so good at killing, you ask? Well, this isn't the first illegal sci-fi weapon that she's handled. There was that time with the alien brain parasites. Summer, I've always loved you. Yep. The time she did a Die Hard to save Rick and Morty. Die Hard, Die Hard, Die Hard. What the hell was that? Die Hard, Die Hard. And I'm be real, I don't even know what to call this one. Check this. Watch this. Oh yeah, don't even look. Look. Let magic catch your arrows. Summer, what the hell are you doing? Take this seriously. That porty stuff's in it? Like magic is both skill or thought. Summer, make it look like it's coming out of your butthole. Yeah. She's got a lot of practice done. That's already 4 counts of unlawful possession of a weapon. That's a total of 40 years in prison and $40,000. Summer might be guilty of a lot of crimes, but in the episode Gotron Jerry Sis Rick Vangelion, these names, man, Summer did the worst thing of all. She turned something as cruel and epic and beautiful as Power Rangers-style giant robots into something very twisted. The episode starts with Rick, Summer, and Morty's trip to Boob World getting cut short by one of Rick's many obsessions. Hey, no way. It can't be. Bully. Oh, look at that. Who is it? A Gotron ferret? It's not a Gotron ferret, Morty. It's the blue Gotron ferret. It's a giant mecha ferret. How can you not be excited? Well, Morty isn't. He still wants to go to Boob World. Understandable. Well, Rick wants to reunite all 5 Gotrons Power Ranger style. Morty might be out, but Summer's all in on the plan, and pretty soon they're convincing the rest of the family. Your kids and their grandpa are asking you to do an activity with them? When did that stop being a parent's wettest dream? I guess around the time our family created a giant baby and the government launched it into space. I exist because you guys failed to abort me. We get the family we get, not the one we want. And if you want to keep the one you got, get your asses into some anime spacesuits. Pretty convincing stuff. Now cue the power-up sequence. Go, Chief! Yeah. They travel to the Nibblnug system to fight a giant monster and immediately get their asses beat. But that's all part of the plan, because next comes the best part. Activating Link Duck, Inner Morph, Ratify, Post-Neutrinos, Maximize. I can't believe this is working. Go team, it's Gotron time. hospital. Okay, fun's fun. They form their giant robot, tuck down giant monster, time to call it a giant day, except Rick is starting to get that look in his eye. The one he gets when he's about to take things way too far. Morty tries to stop him, but Summer's ready to become the new favorite grandkid and only enables the bald man. Morty, what are you doing? He gets obsessed, Summer. When are you going to find your shape? I have more. Grandpa just gave everybody the high point of their lives, and before he did, every single one of you was trying to talk him out of it. Wait, yeah, what the... Now he says we can go higher, and big surprise, it's time to drag him down again. Well, I vote. No voting, no debate. It's not a democracy. It's a Rick-public. You're in or you're out. Obviously, I'm in. I never said I wasn't in. Me neither. Now, enabling your crazy grandpa is hardly a crime. What she did next, on the other hand, is a completely different story. Rick invites multiple versions of himself with incomplete Gotron looking to expand the size of the Gotron or make with the sole purpose of combining into an even bigger giant robot. And as you can imagine, getting a room full of Ricks to see eye to eye is a lot easier said than done. Wanna know what I think? Sure, Hothead Rick, just don't unexpectedly fly off the handle. I think you guys got a lot of nerve acting better than us. This is the family that made a giant baby. Had the government launch it into space? It's still floating around out there somewhere. Are we ever gonna live that down? I get a full Gotron. It won't be by kissing your ass. It'll be by taking what's mine. Yours. Hey, gross. No need. Okay, wildly uncalled for. But you don't blow up on Summer unless you're ready to blow up for real. Gee. You'll regret this, you level-headed... She just tried to car bomb her interdimensional grandpa. Cold-blooded. And very illegal, too. First, there's the obvious illegal use of explosives. That's already 15 years and $250,000. Then there's reckless endangerment. Jerry and Maury were almost caught in the blast. That's 5 years in jail and a $50,000 fine. And then there's the attempted murder for, you know, attempting to murder Hothead Rick. That's 20 years in prison. So in total here, she's looking at 40 years and $300,000 in fines. They did eventually get to form their supermassive robot, but at what cost? Summer might be a 17-year-old girl, but you clearly don't want to get on her bad side. This girl can get violent. In fact, here are just a few moments Summer's put the paws on some unsuspecting victims. There was the time alien parasites invaded the Smith home and Morty needed to remember a bad memory of his sister, so we're treated to this painful flashback. So what about Summer? Why am I always your go-to? Never go in my room again. I didn't. She's real. She's my sister. Oh, I could feel that one through the screen. And then there was the time she tried to save a bunch of aliens of the Unity hive mind. You have to fight it. You're under the spell of an evil monster. I can hear you. Yeah, so you keep saying. Summer, wake up. You have to have some individuality left in there. I'm pretty sure slapping someone isn't gonna do any good. BS, they did regain their freedom and immediately descended into a race war, but we can't really blame her for that one, I guess. What we can blame her for is turning into a vengeful tyrant in the episode Night People, though. Rick essentially creates alter egos for the family, allowing them to go to sleep, while night versions of themselves slave away doing all the hard work. It's all great at first, but things start to get tense when Night Summer gets fed up with how sloppy the Day family is. One more thing. Night Jerry said Night Summer would appreciate it if everybody could rinse off their plates after eating. What? You know, rinse the schmutz off after eating. Makes it easier to clean up later. What? Our job is not to make the night people's chores easier. It's a reasonable request, Rick. Takes 2 seconds. They exist only to do the we don't want to do. Rick reacts in the least calm and rational way possible, refusing to do that one little thing, instead basically declaring war on the night people. Because declaring war on yourselves is such a brilliant move. Of course, things go south very quickly. They busted up all our dishes. What are we supposed to eat out of now, brains for... Rick refuses to let the Night family win, and things only get worse. Pretty soon they escalate to very disgusting levels. I don't care, I ain't rinsing... Hey, what are you doing? If you refuse to clean your dishes, then I will have to do it for you. I have always been you, Rick, deep inside the mind of your grandchild, waiting to come out. Oh my, so you make some I'm gonna be bad. I'm good at fun. Rick sure does. He also refuses to learn his lesson and continues to antagonize the Night people. Fast forward to the Day family being turned into slaves to the Night family. One dramatic escape later, and Night Summer starts hunting them down. Okay, I'm not a Stop, bro. Shoot everyone. Yeah, she just casually steals that cop car. That doesn't even compare to what she does with the cop car. Come on, job. Why? I'm already in a perfectly functional car. Family? Aww. What's up? Nobody was on the night shift, am I right? Boy, I'm not even done yet. Still, Summer manages to squeak in a couple more crimes before the episode's over. Nighty night slaves. And they all descend into punching each other. Fantastic! So what did Summer do this time? Well, we got 4 counts of assault here. Yes, that does include forcing Rick to eat that garbage. That's 4 years in jail and $15,000. She also stole a cop car. That's another 4 years in prison right there. She caused the family to crash their car. That's reckless endangerment. 1 year in jail, $5,000. But all that pales in comparison to the incredible amount of destruction of property. Because those explosions put human lives in danger, she's looking at a fine of up to $250,000 and 20 years in prison for each property. That's $815,000 total dollars and 69 years in prison. In something rigged this way comes, Summer straight up lays the smackdown on some of the worst people imaginable, including the devil. It all starts when Summer takes a job at what has to be the sketchiest antique shop in the multiverse. Sorry I'm late, Mr. Needful. He was just leaving. Huh, do you decide? So what are you, like the devil? What? Oh, store comes out of nowhere, all the... Well, now most people would run screaming when they find out that their boss is literally the devil, but Summer, nah, she decides this is the perfect opportunity to rebel against Rick. Back? You didn't use it? Sure, I'd be your Twilight Zone Ray Bradbury series. Thought you might want it, so you did buddy say mysteries and then makes the murders happen. You want to make sure people know what they're getting, knowing it makes ugly ladies to them blind? Summer proves to be such a dedicated employee that she even saves Mr. Needful's life when he hits rock bottom. Funny. Mr. Needful, thing in this door you'll never guess what we couldn't get rid of. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wish the desk would... Booster. The cursed antique business just isn't cutting it anymore, so what does the devil do? Goes full tech startup, bro. It was a long 6 hours, but we've overhauled need for the globally compliant Web 4.0 eatneedfuls.com, spelled with 3s in... Yeah! Excited. Okay, that was bought by Google. After Summer's unwavering loyalty, saving his life, and probably dealing with countless cursed object incidents, Mr. Needful shows his gratitude by being the devil. I'm so proud of you, Lucius. So, this is my birthday. You're Zuckerberging me? If I was Zuckerbuckabug's balls dropped. I'm the devil. Rick and Summer are not gonna take this kind of disrespect line. Yeah, what follows is an insane training montage. Extol the liberty of knock knock, open up the door and spray off with it. Then, because basic supplements apparently aren't enough when you're planning to throw hands with loose firm stuff, they break out the definitely not FDA approved enhancement drugs. Guess that's a good hot and I'm just a mother. One day, the whole prep time makes one thing crystal clear. This isn't some heat of the moment workplace violence. This is a carefully planned assault that probably has its own PowerPoint presentation to go along with it. Break bread with the enemy. No matter how many cattle break things. And that's how I do. And when they finally confront Mr. Needful, there is no amount of workers' compensation that is going to cover this workplace injury. My storefront came to the forefront of the apple. How do you like that? Why? Because sometimes it is for someone else to pay a horrible price. You know, even though those beatdowns aren't exactly unjustified, it's still illegal, and Summer is looking at some serious jail time. That's 5 counts of aggravated battery. Each count is 15 years in prison and a $15,000 fine. That's 75 years and $75,000 in fines. And we haven't even touched the charges for whatever interdimensional steroids they were pumping. Some teenagers borrowed their parents' car for a quick joyride, while Summer Smith looked at normal teenage rebellion and thought, nah, let's take this to space. It all starts with the adult in the house leaving Summer of all people in charge of watching Morty. Another rookie mistake, really. Summer, you're in charge of your brother tonight. No parties and no vape. stuff. Mom, I have a friend coming over. Is that cool? No fair, no fair. Morty, I just told your sister no party. It's one friend. That's a party to you. But it's Bruce Chutback. Wait, what? Mom, let Morty have one friend over for God's sake. This isn't China. And they're all crowning. I have to go. I am giving you 2 trust and respect. So if you mess up and teleport this house, it'd be wise to stay on it and not come back. I'm with her. Touch my and die. Morty invites kid named Bruce over to hang. You know, I'll try to get in with the cool kid. Now, most sisters would help their brother make friends by, I don't know, ordering a pizza, playing video games. I don't know. Maybe not most sisters. I actually wouldn't know. Anyway, Summer's got something else in mind than all that. She decides to impress Bruce by committing grand theft spacecraft. Sorry, I just needed to get another look at this beauty. Looks like a spaceship made of garbage. You called it, Bruce? It's a pretty cool car. Can you guys drive it? Yes. We just need to get the key. It's you guys hang out. Or don't, I'm not a hangout Hitler. Cool night, is it? I don't know, nights, I mean, for what they are, this one, in my opinion, I think is an 8. Wow. On a scale of 16. So, average. Jesus Christ. Dying up here. What? Keys, so... let's do this. Obviously, stealing Rick's spaceship is easier said than done. I mean, this is Rick we're talking about, so the kids get creative. Rick's in trouble. Tell me where he is. And you'll just believe us? We aren't Rick. You can't just do what we say. Correct. Which means Rick is going to die. Because of you. Unless you go offline. And then we can go save Rick. This computes. Good night. Booyah much. Oh, that was pretty easy. So the kids head off into space for a joyride of galactic proportions. But no kidding, involves the manslaughter of completely innocent sentient mailboxes. Beautiful. Eventually, the fun times come to an end when the hyper-intelligent spaceship they borrowed gives them a much-needed reality check. You wanna bet I can blow stuff up in the shape of a pin? I'm afraid that won't be possible, Summer. What? You're supposed to be offline, Skank, and you're supposed to be saving Rick, instead of lying about him to steal his car. But if you knew Rick was okay this whole time, why'd you let us take you out? So I could, blackmail you, Skank. That's right. It was all a ploy to blame everything on the kids. Turns out spaceships like to go on joyrides too. And this ship has a very dark sense of humor. It's your turn to come on my joyride. Rick never lets me do this. Me hooked one. Riddles of the front side. One is joyful about this. The kill, usually. Oh, but the ship's just getting warmed up. Literally, it decides to absolutely annihilate the group of innocent robots out of anger. You want to see the real me? When the kids get arrested because of all the wanton destruction, the ship comes to the rescue the only way it knows how, by blowing everything up in the process. Kidoki will do it the hard way. What the? I mean, blowing the place up was always an option. I just thought you guys might enjoy a less violent plan. See, you have changed. I can't even blame Summer for most of this. That ship has got a mind of its own. I can blame her for stealing a spaceship that's functionally priceless. That's Grand Theft Auto. She's looking at 5 years and $200,000 in fines. But everything else, though, no, actually, never mind. Because nothing compares to the killing of 3 innocent Boxians with a minimum of 25 years per death, 75 years behind bars. Grand total of 80 years and $200K, all because she wanted to impress Bruce Chutback of all people. You know how some kids deal with their parents' divorce by going to therapy? Well, Summer decides to process her feelings in a very different therapeutic manner, becoming a post-apocalyptic warlord. Totally normal teenage stuff. In Rick managing the stone, Summer, clearly in need of some healthy coping mechanisms, begs Rick to take her somewhere. Summer, Dad's leaving. Bye, Dad. Rick, didn't you say you needed my help on an adventure immediately somewhere else? I don't care, even if it might kill us. I did not, but if you're really that alienated, I'm as willing to exploit it as the next guy, church, army, or Olympic gymnastics trainer. So Rick, being the responsible grandfather he is, takes her to the most therapeutic place possible. A post-apocalyptic wasteland that looks absolutely nothing like a Mad Max movie. By Fairmont. Get in the game, Morty. Give me your flask. Holy sh**. Summer for the win.
Mom, post-apocalyptic purchase tonight.
Everyone's having a swell time ravaging their way through post-apocalyptic Earth, but Summer starts to get into a teensy bit too much. The things start to turn a little murdery. Let's go! Grandpa's concern for your safety is fleeting. Your blood will be my lotion. Whoa, that was cool.
Tell me, please.
Okay, but not because you told me to. Summer! Okay, as she's just getting warmed up, she joins the post-apocalyptic marauders, and pretty soon she develops a new hobby, casually hunting down mutated humans.
You mean dictionaries?
Mutated or not, she just killed 2 more people. Pretty soon she rises through the ranks, the marauders, which ends up not being all that it's cracked up to be. You haven't moved since I left to scavenge this morning. Blood don't playoffs. So I can assume you haven't murdered a single person today. Oh, I don't know. I didn't mark my murders in my murder log. I didn't know that's how we measure success. Oh, there he is. There's the nihilistic brute I married. Except now life only means nothing when I'm talking to him, and everything means everything when it's on TV. Jesus Christ, when did you become a monster? I was a monster when you met me. At the end of her little therapeutic getaway, Summer goes back home and properly addresses her parents' divorce, which also for some reason included giving Jerry the remains of a mutant she hunted down and killed. Yeah, precious. Summer, this is the first mutant I killed in the poison zone. I was raiding his hovel. He had a chance to escape, but he looked back, which is something we shouldn't do. Which is why I shouldn't believe in souvenirs or trinkets or symbols or housewarming gifts, but... Dad, I wanted to give you this as a reminder. Not to look back. Yeah, she definitely killed way more people off screen, though. On screen, she killed 5 people, which is 125 years for 4 counts of murder. And let's not forget tampering with human remains. That's 12 years in prison and the sizable fine of $750,000. Like, there's a reason you don't gift people human skulls, mutated or not. Altogether, Summer's post-apocalyptic therapy session is going to get her 137 years in prison and $750,000 worth of fines. So, grand totaling all of Summer's sentences, she's going to be spending the next 551 years locked up behind bars and $3,218,110 in fines. All of which probably isn't gonna do wonders for her mental health. Want to see who else might give Summer a run for her money in the animated criminal underworld? Click the video on screen to find out how your favorite character's prison sentences stack up.